Hi, hope you had a great day. You're watching JG Entertainment, and for this video, I'm gonna giving you my Cobra Kai season 4 spoiler review. There's so much to talk about: the finale, the character arcs, the relationships between characters that I thought really worked, the things that I loved the most. There's so much to talk about this in the season. I absolutely loved it, but there's so much spoiler stuff to talk about, so I can't wait to get into it. But before I get started, Happy New Year's! Hope you get a great year of 2022. Hopefully, it's a great year. I really hope it's a great year. As well as leave a like, it would be very, very helpful for this video. Really helps our video, so please leave a like and subscribe for a lot of other Cobra Kai content that is definitely going to be coming out. I'm going to do characters ranked, I'm going to do probably seasons ranked, and a lot of other content that I really want to do on just Cobra Kai because I really enjoy the season. I just want to talk about it, so subscribe for a lot of other content. And that's the comment below, whatever you want about the season, any thoughts you have on it, comment it down below. Remember, this is a spoiler review, so you can leave spoilers down in the comments without a worry. And I definitely can't wait to read your comments. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so where do I start? Well, I'm gonna start by giving you my overall thoughts. And my overall thoughts were like that this season was easily, at least for me, the best season of the show. I mean, I thought that the other seasons, season 1, season 2, and season 3, I thought they were fun. I honestly thought they were really fun, especially the first two seasons. The third one, I didn't like it nowhere near as much, but I thought the first two seasons are really, really fun. But I thought this one was like actually like really, really, really good. Really, really good. So yeah, I'm as you can see, I really like this show. This season, I really like this season a lot. Thought it was incredibly written. I thought it was a lot less funny than the previous seasons, but I thought that it worked to its benefit. I actually really enjoyed that it was a lot less funny and that it focused more on like the action and the drama and the epicness that the show has the potential to have, as shown by the season. So I really like that. So overall, I thought that I really enjoyed it this season. I think it's the best season yet, like I said. And if I had to give it a number score, I would probably give it like a 9. So as you can see, I just really, really enjoyed the season. Okay, so now let's start getting into the spoiler stuff, like a lot of spoiler stuff. So let's start with the start of the season. Okay, in the start of the season, we see that Johnny and Daniel are working together, and it goes terribly wrong, like really bad. They're messing up each other's dojo, and then because of this, they build like this new thing where they can train. Well, Hog builds it after he feels like it doesn't fit in, which I really like that, because one of my major complaints with Cobra Kai season 3 was that, like, oh wow, everybody just forgave Hog after he just like bullied half the school. You know what I mean? Like, give him some consequences, and I think, well, I still don't think he got enough consequences, like from Miyagi or Cobra Kai. I thought that he got some consequences where like, okay, fine, it's believable, I'll let it slide. So I enjoyed that, and I thought that he had a pretty good reaction by doing something good for the dojo. I really appreciated that. I was like, okay, I like that. I like that a lot. And then while all this is going on, you see that Sensei Kreese caught Terry Silver, and he didn't want to pick up, and you see like Terry Silver's kind of life, which I thought it was a very interesting plot twist, where he's like rich now, he's like this type of different guy now. It's like, oh, that's an interesting plot twist. And you see like he doesn't want to join at the start, which I thought really worked, that it made the show feel a lot more realistic. You know, it's not everything like, oh yeah, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna leave my life behind because I want to help, you know. I think that really made the show feel a lot more realistic, so I enjoyed that. And it made me really appreciate the character of Terry Silver more, the way that he had to make this decision, and you know, he really felt like this was like his true passion. So I thought the whole thing really, really worked, and I really liked the first kind of like character moments with Terry Silver. I enjoyed that a lot. I really did. And at the same time, we start to see like Robby and Tory and like the aftermath of last season. So I really enjoyed that, and I just really enjoyed a lot of the just seeing what happened after season 3. And honestly, one of my favorite things about this season was, and one of my major complaints about last season was that last season I didn't feel like Robby or Tory got almost any character development. I thought they got put in like in the very, very back seat. I thought they had some scenes, I guess, but I thought that they really got like put in the very back seat. I don't think that they had any true like really well done scenes. For example, I thought Robby's jail plot could have been done way better last season, and I thought Tory's plot or something could have been explored a lot more. And that was one of my major complaints last season, and I thought in this season it worked way better how they explored the characters, especially Tory. Tory got the biggest upgrade, I think. Before, I really didn't like Tory, and now I love her. I mean, I really thought that this show developed Tory a lot. from her jobs, from her losing job, to her starting to gain some sympathy, to being more emotionally stable, to honestly everything that they did with Tori, I thought really, really worked for a season. I thought it was perfectly in character, and slowly start to see her transform and everything. And basically, I thought Tori's character work really, really worked. Same thing for Robby. I thought we had a lot more time to spend with him, where we got to see a lot more things from his perspective, which I really, really enjoyed. I was like, yes, especially since I've always been Team Robby. You know, there's always Team Miguel or Team Robby. I've always been Team Robby, which I know I'm in the minority, but just to see a lot more scenes with Robby, especially since I am Team Robby, I was very happy to see that. So I was just very happy to see that. Okay, moving on throughout the season, then we see that they kind of learn how to train a little bit. Like they're having like one day. Johnny trains Miyagi the kids, and the other day he trains Eagle Fang, and same thing with Daniel. And this is actually starts working out pretty good, I think, at least for Eagle Fang. You know, they're like catching fish and everything. And then Miyagi, though, Sam jumps off a building to another building, which I thought was cool. Kind of reminded me of Spider-Man, not going to lie, but I thought that was cool. And you start to see like Sam's character arc develop, and I thought I really enjoyed that. I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool character arc. I still don't know how I feel with Sam though. After this season, I still have like mixed feelings on her. Like I like her, but then I don't like her. It's like I don't know how I feel about her. But I thought that character arc with her like getting loose from her parents and like truly started like being herself and truly like be who she wants to be. I thought that character arc worked very, very well. So very good for Sam, and good for Johnny for starting that fire that led Sam through a more different path than she wanted to. So I thought that was pretty cool. At the same time, you got to see like this Miguel and Johnny bonding. I mean Miguel and Daniel bonding a lot, like a lot. He teaches him how to drive, which I thought was super unrealistic. He learned how to drive in the afternoon. Like what? That was unrealistic. To him fixing a car and then a lot of other stuff. I thought they really bonded, and you start to see Johnny get jealous of this, and then they have like their discussions and everything, and then like they fight. Honestly, for the midseason finale, Johnny and Daniel fight, which I thought was a pretty cool moment. I'm not gonna lie, I was very excited. I was like, "Oh, fight! Like, yes, let's go!" And I thought that whole thing was really, really well done. The whole fight I thought was very well done. The whole build up to it was very well done, and I was like, "Yes, fight!" And I really, really liked it. Like, I really did. I really did. Then going back to the Cobra Kai side, I thought that Terry Silver coming back to Cobra Kai, it was done very, very well. And honestly, I really like Terry Silver. Like I think that the way that they kind of excuse what he did in Karate Kid 3 was that he was really high. My bad. That he was really high. He was like, oh yeah, cocaine and all this. And it's like, oh okay, that explains. Because he always seemed like super energetic and always like super crazy. And he did seem sorry. He was like, I tortured a kid. You know, he was talking about that. And I really enjoyed that. You know, he did apologize. He did feel sorry for his actions. But at the same time, he wanted to teach Cobra Kai. You know, he wanted to complete the dream of Cobra Kai. So I thought that was really cool. I was really happy about that. And also his apology to Daniel Larusso, even though Daniel Larusso clearly didn't accept it, but I thought that his apology was pretty cool. I was like, oh, thank you for your apology. It makes me feel better. So yeah, and the way he teaches, honestly, I think is better than John Kreese's teachings, which is why I think that in Cobra Kai season 5, Cobra Kai is going to be a beast. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I really do think that his teachings are better. I think he's a lot more caring with his students as well. So I really can't wait to see what they do with him in season 5 as a teacher. But anyways, I really enjoyed how they made him teach in this season, and you definitely start to see like Kreese really not like that he's losing control over Cobra Kai. He's like, you know, but it's okay. It's whatever. I was just like, oh, let's go. They're coming together. So yeah, I really enjoy that. And you start to see like the seeds of everyone's character are getting planted, which I enjoyed. For example, you start to see the seeds get planted on that one kid, Kenny, the brother of Sean, the little black kid that got bullied at school. You start to see his story, which I thought really worked. Actually, that was a very surprising story. I'm not going to lie. His story with Daniel Larusso's son story was very interesting. I was like, oh wow, that's something I didn't expect that was going to be in the season. But it really worked. I was like, oh, that's actually a really, really good story. And I feel so bad for Kenny. I mean, he was such a nice, sweet kid, and look what he's turned into now. I feel so sorry. But I really thought it was like really cool, and also it was a really cool, interesting plot twist to see that was Sean's brother. I was like, oh, that's cool, and like, you know, Robby helps him out and everything. I thought the whole plot was really, really cool, especially with Robby helping out that one kid, and then like at the end he's saying, you know, I thought I could think somebody under my wing, had somebody that I wanted to, like when I was younger, but I didn't have anybody. You know, I thought that whole character arc really, really worked, and I was like, that I really enjoyed that. I was like, yay, especially since Team Robby, you know, it shows like the good side of him. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And Kenny, I think, is a very layered character as well. So I also really just like Kenny as a new character. I think he was a great addition to Cobra Kai. The best addition that we've had probably out of all the characters that were introduced in this season. I think he is the best addition that we have on Cobra Kai. So I'm very happy. Oh, along with Terry Silver, along with those two characters are the best additions that we have to Cobra Kai. Okay, moving on to after the season finale, and that's the two dojos start separating and start teaching their separate ways. So what a bummer. I mean, they honestly didn't last long. That was like, okay, well, okay. I guess that sucks. And they changed the rules for the tournament. You know, now that you need women, now they're gonna have like women's thing. They have skills and everything. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then, meanwhile, on the other side of Cobra Kai, they're doing really good. Terry Silver just bought like a bunch of stuff for them. Like he's rich. Like he's really rich. Not that they used to his richness, like kind of like just like a plot device, but at the same time, you know, I thought it was cool. It made him look cooler. You know what I mean? So that was cool. I also really like scenes whenever Terry Silver and Daniel Larusso interacted. I thought their scenes were amazing, especially the one in the shop, in the grocery store. No, it wasn't even the grocery store. It was like the corner shop that they have. Whenever they're talking, that scene worked a lot. When I was like, I know you liked it. You felt powerful. That really worked. And bring him going back. I really like the moments whenever Johnny's teaching Daniel Eagle Fang. I thought that was very funny, especially in the hockey game. Whenever he beats the crap out of all those people, that was pretty funny. I was like, that's funny. That was comedy gold. Honestly, that was super cool, and it made for a really cool fight scene. Which reminds me of another really cool fight scene, and that was whenever Robby beats the crap out of all the Cobra Kai kids, and he's like, if one of you lands on a punch on me or a hit or something, I'll leave, and he beats everybody except for like Tory, who does land on him. But I thought that was super awesome. I was like, oh, that's such a cool action scene. So you know, the action of this season definitely went higher, which I really love that. I thought it felt really good. I was like, wow, this action is incredible. The choreography is amazing. So yeah, really enjoyed the action scenes. Okay, going back to like episode 6 or episode 5, somewhere around that, and start to see Terry Silver kind of develop these bonds between all the characters. You see him develop a bond with Robby. You see him develop a bond with Kenny, especially with Kenny. He really liked Kenny. You start to see him develop a bond with what's his name, Tory, and you start to see him develop a bond with all these kids. You know, he's teaching Robby how to fight, how to channel his energy, his anger. You know, I really enjoyed that. I was like, that's really cool. At the same time, Robby's teaching all the Cobra Kai kids Miyagi though, which I thought was also very clever. You know, Robby really does know all the ways, and that's why I think he's one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter of the show. Kid-wise, not adult-wise, but kid-wise, I think he might be the best fighter of the show because he knows all the ways, probably the most out of everybody. But that's a discussion for another time. But I did like that they used that to their advantage. And then the other dojos were just kind of screwed. They were looking for example, Johnny was looking for girls, which I thought worked. I thought that worked in the show. I thought it was a funny plot. You know, it's like one of those plots where it's like, it's not like that huge of a deal, but it's a really funny plot, so might as well include it. And I thought it was funny. The girl that they found was likable. I'm gonna be honest. She felt like somebody that would actually be at school. So I'm giving them credit there. The girl that they found definitely felt like somebody that would actually be at school. And she did learn karate pretty fast. I'm not going to lie. She learned it pretty fast. Whenever she was in the tournament and she was so happy, she was like, are you kidding me? I've only been training for 6 weeks. Next year, I might beat the crap out of all of them. I was like, you're right. Like, honestly, you did learn a lot really fast. So good for her. So then Kreese loses patience with Terry Silver. He really isn't happy with what he's doing. So he like talks to him. He gives him like this warning, and I was like, dang, okay, that's a warning. And he wants him to prove his loyalty. And then I don't know why Johnny breaks into Cobra Kai. I don't know if there was a reason for it, but he just breaks into Cobra Kai, which is interesting. And then they set him up to go to like the old dojo place. At the same time, you know, Terry was telling like all his plans to expand the dojo, which I thought was cool. You know, you can definitely see that he was already planning everything by himself. I was like, he's planting the seeds. Like once you're watching the show, like the first time you don't realize, but the second time that you're watching the episodes, you're like, okay, they're planting the seeds for like him taking over Cobra Kai because he's getting all these different places for Cobra Kai and everything. It's like they're planting the seeds, which is super cool. And then Terry Silver versus Johnny, awesome fight. Short but awesome, and wow, Terry Silver can fight. He was really awesome, and he was like kind of reminded me of like Green Goblin or Joker. He was like super energetic, super happy whenever he got punched. He was like, "Oh, let's go, I'm fighting." You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool, and you can see that no, Kreese was not feeling it. Which actually this brings us to a problem that I have this season. You know, I really like the season, but it does have some problems. Some of the problems are that Terry Silver and Kreese kind of changed on mood depending on how they were. For example, in that scene, they were very mad at each other, and then in the next scene that they're together, they're extremely happy. They're like normal. They're like nothing happened. So it's like, what's the deal between you guys? You know what I mean? So I was very confused with that. I was like, I don't know what's the deal between them, but whatever. I still enjoyed both of them in the show. Okay, moving on to that, Terry Silver takes this very personally, and then Stingray comes to the thing, and he beats the crap out of him, which I thought was a very well done scene. He's beating the crap out of him as the camera moves out, and you just see the door open, which is kind of like the way for Stingray to get into Cobra Kai. Which that was clever. It's a pretty nice directing choice, and it's also like you see that no, Terry Silver is psycho. He's crazy, and he's scary. So I enjoyed that scene a lot. I was like, that's a really cool scene. Also, at the same time, prom is going on. And that fight was really good. Like the whole prom thing, I think really worked. Especially since, like I said, I'm Team Robby and now Tory. That whole thing really worked. Like I thought their chemistry, honestly, I think it's the best one that we've had in the show. Way better than Sam and Miguel. Way better than Robby and Sam. Way better than Miguel and Tory. No, I think Robby's chemistry with Tory really works. Like I think that their relationship, I think, is the best one in the show, and it kind of got proven in this episode. So I was very happy about that. Also, I feel so bad for both Miguel and Sam because I don't feel like either one of them has gotten over their exes, and you can see that by this episode. I was like, you guys need to get out of this toxic relationship. Like this isn't good for you. But that's up to them. But Robby was flexing that suit. Like they were wearing like the expensive stuff. Like if I was Miguel, I'd be like, dang it. And the dance moves are really good. Like I don't know how they learn how to dance that good, but the dance moves, they're dancing really good. Like if I was Miguel, once again, I would be like, oh my god, I'm getting embarrassed. Like I don't know how to dance like that. You know what I mean? But they kept looking at them like I don't think they were over their exes. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they were over their exes. But I did like the dancing between Robby and Tory, and then like they stopped caring about what they're looking at, and then like they really start to connect with each other, and you really start to feel like their relationship getting together. So I really love that. And then the after party with Stingray was really funny. I was like, oh, that's so funny. That whole after party really worked for me. And then the fight scene at the after party was awesome. Like I thought it was an awesome scene. It was super cool to fight, especially like they're fighting with dresses, which is kind of cool. And like Robby and Tory are like doing the circle thing that him and Sam did like last time in season 2, and they're doing it pretty well, and they beat both of them. I just thought the whole thing had like this really like sense of like tension, but at the same time it had a sense of fun, which I really enjoyed. Especially like when they really get on the pool, and like Tory like brings Robby to the pool, and everybody and Stingray jumps on the pool and everything. That whole thing really worked. It was super hilarious. It was super funny. And I really enjoyed that. At the same time, you see like Miguel and Sam are not in good terms. Like I said, I really think that their relationship is bad. I think they need to break up because at that point they were mad at each other, and I was like, bro, you just ruined all prom. Meanwhile, you see Robby and Tory being happy, like taking this like lightly. They're like, I just care about being with you. You see, I think that's how the relationship should be, not like all mad. Like you know what I mean? They need to break up. I'm just saying they need to break up, but that's up to them. And after that, we get one of the best things in the show, in my opinion. One of the best things in the show. That's whenever Miguel goes to Johnny's house, and then he sees that he's all drunk after he got beat up by Terry Silver, and he takes him to his bed and everything. And right before that, Robby had told him that Johnny was just trying to make up for feeling bad for what happened with Robby. He was saying that he was just trying to make up what he couldn't do with him or something like that. And I thought this came back very well, very immediately. Whenever he was like, "I'm just trying to be a better father, I swear," but he's all drunk and everything, and Miguel's like, "It's okay, you're doing just fine." And he tells him, "I love you," and then Johnny Lawrence is like, "I love you too, Robby," and it was like, wow, like it just hit hard. Cholo Marigüeña's acting really hit hard. Like I was like, wow. Like I said, I'm not a Miguel stan or nothing. I don't really like Miguel that much, but in that scene, I was like, that hit hard. I was like, I got emotional. I thought that was a really well done scene. Like that scene was one of my highlights of the show. To be honest, it worked so well for me. So great job on whoever wrote that scene, and the directing and the acting and the whole scene. I thought it really worked. And then we go to the tournament, episode 9. We go to the tournament, and I was very excited to get to this part. And I thought the tournament definitely delivered action-wise, delivered epic-wise. It definitely delivered. It felt like the best finale yet because it didn't have like this over-the-topness or like this ridiculousness of like, this is never going to happen. This is too crazy. Like season 2, the skull fight, like it was fun enough, but this was never going to happen. It's kind of ridiculous and over the top and an exaggerated version of what would happen if somebody kissed somebody. You know what I mean? The last season 3 finale, breaking into somebody's house and beating the crap out of that, and like nobody's gonna do that because nobody's that stupid, you know what I mean? And this time, like this one felt like, yeah, this could actually happen, and every character went with some tension. Every character wanted to win. Like I think they explored every character's motivation so perfectly before the tournament. So by the time we got to the tournament, it was very clear that honestly, honestly, all sides had great reasons to win. I was actually Team Cobra Kai, which is surprising, but I thought all the characters that I was rooting for the most were on Team Cobra Kai. Robby, Tory, Kenny, those were the characters I was rooting for, and they were on Team Cobra Kai. So I was like, I guess I'll be Team Cobra Kai. You know what I mean? At the same time, I was like, but I don't. And also, I thought the Cobra Kai was going to win because I don't know how they could have continued the show without Cobra Kai winning. So I was like, I'm pretty sure Cobra Kai's gonna win. But still, I still find it very fascinating. I thought the score worked very well, except for the singer that they brought on. I thought she was kind of annoying. I didn't really like that. But I thought the score very much worked. And honestly, I just really, really, really dug the tournament a lot. I thought the qualifications went very well, like the 1-3 points. I thought that was done very, very well. I thought the tension that was like slowly building up while in the tournament worked very well. And how these characters developed while in the tournament as well. Like I said, they came very well developed into the tournament, and they developed even more while they were in the tournament, which I really, really enjoyed. I was like, yes, they're really developing these characters, which was my favorite part of the season. And it's how developed and how many layers they gave all these characters. I think the past seasons have given many characters a lot of layers, but I think they felt like giving them all a lot of layers. I thought that every time that somebody got a lot of layers, somebody else was liking layers. And I think this season was actually able to balance everything, to give out layers, great layers to all the characters, and really give them a great exploration. So I was very happy about that. And this finale definitely showed that, or at least the tournament itself definitely showed that, because by the time you were in the tournament, you really felt like you knew each character. You really felt like you knew what was at stake for them, and it was great. I really thought it was awesome, awesome, awesome. And the fight scenes, like I said, really delivered. I really enjoyed every single one of the fight scenes. Robby was a menace. I just gotta say, Robby was a menace. Sam was a menace as well. Like they were both menaces. Like they looked so mad. They were just beating the crap out of everybody. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever Miguel's back thing happened, I was just not expecting that. I was going crazy. I was like, what? His back broken? Whenever I saw cliffhanger, I was like, no way. Also, at the same time, I was a little bummed out. I was like, no, we're not going to see the rematch between Robby and Miguel. Hopefully next season, maybe, maybe not. I mean, Robby kind of doesn't seem to care anymore about Miguel. He doesn't care about being mad at him anymore. He just kind of wants to live his life. I don't know about Miguel, so I don't really know, but I wanted to see a rematch so bad. But it's okay. And the back thing was definitely very, very unexpected. Also, Hawk, his character arc really actually worked here. I've never been a fan of Hawk, I'm not gonna be honest. I didn't like Hawk at all in the past seasons. I think this season definitely made him a lot more sympathetic, at least. And I thought his haircut was kind of a funny, nice way of idea to explore his confidence. You know what I mean? So that was good. And I thought his fight scene with Robby was very, very well done. I can't believe the Hawk is at the same level as Robby, though. I kind of found kind of stupid to me. I was like, really, really, like I thought Robby would destroy Hawk. You know what I mean? So the fact that they didn't show that, like, they know, even Hawk knows he was scared of him. Like whenever he dropped the popcorn of Kenny in the park, and then like they all came to fight, even Hawk was scared. You know what I mean? Like I think he knew that Robby would beat him. So the fact that in the tournament, they played it off as them during the same equal match, I didn't like that. I was like, what do you mean? Robby's so much better at fighting. But whatever. The fight scene was incredible. I really thought it worked. Like it really built attention. The sudden death thing that happened also really helped build attention, and it just really, really worked. Also, the fact that Robby could have won and he literally technically did not win because he saw what was going on with Kenny. Really hit. I was like, oh, that's really sad. And then he loses. I thought it really worked. I'm still mad that Robby didn't win. He should have won. He should have beat Hawk. I understand it was for the good of the show, but come on. He should have beat Hawk, right? But it was still, like I said, a really dumb fight scene. And honestly, the whole music through that whole scene was awesome. Like I thought the music that was playing, what that was all going on, was incredible. It was really epic. It was definitely something that you felt the tension with. It was something that you were like, oh my god, yes. I was like cheering and like, yeah, oh my god, oh this, oh, like that type of music definitely worked. The scene itself had a lot of great moments like that. Like whenever Robby's thing is like starting to come off, and then like Hawk uses that as an advantage. That was cool. I feel like it should have been cheating, but that was cool. Also, I'm sorry, I don't know if you can hear them, but there's kind of rockets going off. It's like 2 a.m, New Year's, so I'm surprised there's still rockets going on, but that's kind of cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed that fight scene. Then I really enjoy whenever he also going back to that tournament, but before he fights Hawk, whenever he fights Kenny, I found it heartbreaking because it's like this friendship, and I really didn't like that he had to fight Kenny. I was like, no, don't fight Kenny, not Kenny. I felt bad for him. I really did feel bad for him. I felt a lot of sympathy for him. I felt a lot of sympathy for Kenny, to be honest. But It's okay, whatever. I like how Robby really does care about him. I really do like that. I wonder what's gonna happen whenever Sean comes out. Like, I really want Sean to come out, and then I want him to join the show. I think it's gonna get even more interesting. You know what I mean? But also, I really like whenever you see the scene with Kenny beating up Larusso's son, and I thought that scene really worked. You know, I think that you definitely feel for both sides. Like, Anthony thinks that, okay, I'm sorry, but he was definitely not being like super about it. He was being like, I'm so sorry, man. I really don't. No, he was like, I'm sorry, man. And like that, if I was Kenny, I would have been mad too. I was like, bro, you're not saying a good sorry. Please, like, make a better sorry right now. But he started beating him up, and then Robby came in, and I thought that worked very, very well. I was like, that I really thought that worked very well. And Robby really starts to reflect and see, what's going on, and that's why I think he loses the fight against Hawk. So I think that the whole character arc very, very much worked, and that whole relationship between Kenny and Robby was a strength for the season, for me at least, a very high strength for the season. Then moving on to that, I think that Tory's fight scene with Sam was amazing. I think the action was as good as like the Robby versus Hawk, but I thought it was still great. I thought it was still very well done. Like I said, the music, like the tension that the music gave it, plus whoever scored the episode, plus they definitely did it very, very well. And you really didn't know who was going to win because Tory had this motivation to not hurt Sam. Her mom is really helping her out, which I did not talk about that, but I love that. I love that. I love that her mom is helping her out because she realizes the Tory has different layers and everything, and I absolutely love that. Like, it really brought this whole other plot twist to the show, also other different dynamic and relationship to the show, and it gave all these other characters like 3 dimensions, especially Amanda, who she's not stupid. Like, I really enjoy that. Like, they really treated her like a real person, so I really, really love that she helps her and everything, and I love that Tory isn't like a douchebag about it, and it's like, I still hate your daughter. No, I really like that Tory is like starting to care for her daughter and like not trying to beat her up or anything. I really like that. So I thought that whole, once again, character arc and character relationships really, really paid off and really worked, and also held good attention for the finale because you were like, I don't know if she's gonna hold back. I don't know what's going on. At the same time, Sam wasn't holding back. Sam was going all the way, full on hand. So yeah, it was like, but overall, I thought the fight scene was amazing. I thought it really, really worked. I wish it could have made the final blow a little bit more epic. Like, it kind of just happened. I wish it would have been a little more epic. But besides that, I thought it worked very well. So good job. And then I thought the whole thing worked. And I was really happy whenever the Cobra Kai went because I was like Team Tory. I wanted Tory to win. I felt very bad for Tory. Checking a lot of my sympathy, a lot of my respect, and I was like, Tory for the win, you know what I mean? So that was good, and I really, like I said, enjoyed that she won. And then all that happens was celebration, whatever, and then the Russos are mad and whatever. But I do like that they acknowledge that Sam has her own style. She's combined both styles now, and they see that as a strength. So I think that's gonna be something going forward. Hopefully, that they finally acknowledge that teaming up is a strength. Hopefully, I don't even know anymore. They psyched us with it so much, but hopefully. And then you see Tory goes inside to get her stuff, and then she realizes that Terry paid the referee to cheat, which sucks for Tory. I was like, no. Like, if anybody else could have found out, like maybe Robby or somebody, but not Tory. Like, not Tory, please, not Tory. I was like, no, let her like feel like the champion. And then the fact that we don't see her again after that scene makes me worried for next season. I'm like scared what's going to happen with her. I'm like, but we'll see. I'm definitely nervous for her character, but I think her character grew so much from the start of the season to the end of the season that I really, really think that her character is one of the best characters in the season, to be honest, by a lot. So very happy for her. Definitely, she's gonna be very high up in my list for the characters of season 4 ranked video. Just wait, she's gonna be pretty high up. And then moving on to the other side, they're all mad, they're all sad. And Miguel, I wasn't sure what was going on with Miguel that much. Like, I understood why he left the fight. Like, I definitely understood it, but I don't think that the show explored a lot or enough to make us like truly feel, oh yeah, he's gotta leave the fight. I feel like they could have explored it a little bit more, to be honest. I think that because everybody else got very much developed, like especially Tory and Robby, I think Miguel kind of took the bite off. Kind of took like a lot less character development this season, and I thought that whole decision of him leaving and going to find his dad proves that. Because I thought that him taking that decision was kind of like rush. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that ending. Like, I don't know how I feel like cliffhanger. I don't hate it and I don't love it. I'm still very mixed on it. I have like mixed emotions. I'm like, it makes sense. They've been teasing it for like the past seasons. It makes sense that now he wants to see his father, especially now that he has a new father, new stepfather, everything. But at the same time, it's like it kind of didn't feel explored enough. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it so far. But we'll see how it plays out. I think we have to see how it plays out and have to give it a little bit more time to like truly have some good opinions on it. But I didn't think Miguel worked very much for the finale. I thought it was like, okay, he felt more like set up for the next season than an actual truly important character for the finale. So for me, that doesn't bother me that much, but I know that it probably bothers a lot of other people that are Miguel people and Miguel stands. So I'm sorry. Okay, and then we get to the cliffhangers of the season. You know what I mean? We get to see Chosen team up with Daniel, which I thought was a really cool thing. I was like, oh, they get to team up, yes. And then we get to see Terry Silver betray Kreese with Stingray, which I thought was a super smart plot twist. I did not see it coming. And the score with the violin music playing in the background. Chef's kiss. That whole scene completely worked. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Completely love that scene a lot, and I thought that whole thing absolutely worked. So that process worked. The Chosen coming in worked, and I actually guessed that. I was talking to my brothers like yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I think that Cobra Kai's gonna win because they had to keep going with the show. And I think like, oh, you said that Johnny and Daniel can teach anymore, but what if Chosen can teach? And I mean, I did theorize that yesterday, and the fact that it came out like true today, I was like, oh, Chosen's back. I knew it. I theorized it. I knew it, and I was very happy about that. I was very happy that I got it right. So yay! But yeah, overall, the season, like I said, it was great. Great action. Great character development, especially for Tory. Like I said, his character arc really worked for me. Robby, his relationship with Kenny, and him like, oh, and that one scene at the very finale and the very end made me so emotional whenever he finally talks to his father. What an emotional scene. I think it solidified for me that Robby is the best character of the show. It was so sad. I'm not gonna lie, I got very, very emotional. I think it's the most emotional I've ever gotten in the show. And I thought it worked so well. So that whole scene, great, and I can't wait to see where this goes in the next season. I'm definitely very curious. But Robby's character arc and Tori's character arc worked so well this season. Cobra Kai team just their side of the story really got developed very well, and I couldn't be happier. Honestly, I think they needed it, and I couldn't be happier. So yeah, I really enjoyed the season. I also really enjoyed how they played it off the finale. I thought it was very epic, and I thought they selected the winners very well. So I thought I really did. I think that they selected the winners very well. So yeah, I really love the season. This is my spoiler review for Cobra Kai season 4. Tell me your own thoughts and comments and favorite scenes and whatever you want to tell me down in the comments. Remember, this is a spoiler review. You can talk spoilers and everything. Tell me that everything down in the comments. As well as leave a like. It would be very helpful. So please leave a like and subscribe for a lot of other more content on Cobra Kai season 4. Like I said, seasons ranked coming, characters ranked coming, and I don't know what else I'm going to do, but I really want to talk about the season. So expect a lot of other videos to come out very soon. And yeah, that'll be it. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Happy New Year's. And this is J Entertainment. Out.